Hey there, Anna here, and welcome to day 9 of this self-compassion challenge. Today we're gonna practice with setting boundaries from a place of compassion and care. So if you have a hard time saying no and caring for your needs, then this practice is for you. Find a comfortable space, the best position that you can practice with me today, and let's start. Okay, my friends, here we are, day 9. So, tell me, do you have a hard time saying no? I do. I know I certainly do. And usually when we have a hard time setting boundaries, there could be 2 reasons. One is internal, an inner struggle, and the other one is about the other person. And sometimes these two overlap. So when you have a hard time within, sometimes it is because you have not really learned how to care for your needs, how to express this in a way that it's okay. And then sometimes we have a hard time setting boundaries with others because we are afraid we might hurt them, or we are afraid of conflict potentially. So let's see, what can self-compassion do for us, and a little bit of self-empathy as well. So if you have found that amazing position for today's practice, feel free to close your eyes. You don't need to keep an eye on me. As long as you can hear me, that's all good. And let's travel, time travel. I'm going to ask you to find a moment in your life when you really had a hard time saying no or respecting your boundaries. It could be from work, a colleague, or your boss. Can you please work on this over the weekend? Or would you mind taking on this extra project? It could also be from a friend. Could you help me moving out this weekend, tonight, in an hour? Or from a family. Why don't you come over and have lunch with me? I haven't seen you in ages, and maybe you don't feel like it. Just take some time to think and remember a moment when you had a hard time setting your boundaries. And let's see if we can get a little bit more clarity around this. What is that you really care about in that moment? What was your yes about when you did not care for what you needed, but did what you thought the other person needed or the other person was requesting from you? Because usually when we are unable to set our own boundaries, it's because we are doing something else that we prioritize, but at that moment it doesn't really align with what we need or with our values. So if this happened at work, maybe you were prioritizing collaboration over your own ease and rest. And if this was with something, a close person, a relative, maybe you were prioritizing intimacy and trust over your need for space or authenticity. So just take some time to think about this. What were you offering the other person by, in quotation marks, giving up what you wanted at that moment? And sometimes when we think about this, it can be actually very painful to realize. Maybe even some guilt or shame might come up as, why didn't I speak up? Why didn't I say anything? So if you have similar thoughts showing up, that's okay. These are the thoughts coming from a place of feeling hurt, misunderstood, maybe not taken care of in the way you wanted to take care of yourself. So allow them to be, and stay with me for a little bit longer. So we now have more clarity about what is that you offer the other person that you were not offering to yourself at that moment. One way in which we can start bringing more awareness and kindness towards ourselves when we want to set our boundaries is to focus on the yes behind your no. And that is already a very powerful shift, because we're not coming from a place of lacking, of a scarcity. We're coming from a place of abundance, of what we want to nurture or do, or what we need towards ourselves, a place of nourishment. So take some time to think about this. What was your yes? So again, if my boss asked me, would you mind working in it during the weekend? And I had plans with my family or just with myself, some time to do something nice for myself, then my yes is to connect with my family or with myself, care about myself, leisure, play, free time. That would be the yes behind my no. If, for instance, a friend asked me, could you lend me a hand tonight? I'm moving out and I don't want to do that. Then what would be my yes? Maybe for me, I'm so tired that I really need to rest, and I know that helping my friend wouldn't really contribute to that. So my yes would be to rest, care, or maybe it's someone I just want to be honest, so respect and truth could be my yes, without any hidden messages, just what is alive in me at that moment. So see if you can connect with your yes, the yes behind your no, and notice how that makes you feel, if it creates any type of energy or thoughts in you. Because really saying yes to ourselves and caring for the other person we say no to is possible. And it immediately brings much more humanity and empathy between us. I'm not saying no because you're taking advantage of me or because you never listen to me or whatever. Those are thoughts. We stay and we go to the core of our needs. I need rest. I need connection. I need trust. I need respect. Whatever it is that you need, whatever your yes behind your no is or was. And just to close today's session, let me read this quote from Nida Awadia to you. It's okay not to reply to someone's text right away. It's okay not to accept an invitation to a party. It's okay not to give someone a rundown of what's happening in your life today. It's okay not to share your relationship status. It's okay not to give people explanations as why you have changed your job or your house. It's okay to take a break, gain some space, and keep your life private. You can disconnect with others to connect with yourself as many times as you would like. You don't need to feel bad about being unable to give yourself to people in the way they hoped to receive you. The right people will love and support you regardless of the space and time you take for yourself. Okay, this brings today's session to an end. Good job for showing up. Thank you so much for being here with me today. If you would like to have this quote or any of the other quotes that I'm sharing with you this challenge, make sure that you click the link down below to get access to this beautiful free booklet that I put together for the Self-Compassion Challenge. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope to see you tomorrow.